Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I am going to do a little Luxe Chit Chat and get ready with me for this month of Vlogmas. So I got two things to do in today's video. Number one, I'm gonna get ready with some new makeup. I just received this a few days ago. I will open it together. And I'm also going to do a overview reflection. Just talk about the year in general. I have another video coming up right after I finish my makeup to talk about all my luxury hauls since, wow, the beginning of the year. I actually filmed that once already, but I sort of felt it wasn't filmed so well, so I want to do that again. I will be going through every single month's haul. Some months I've got 2 hauls and tell you if I like that or I didn't like that. So that's an upcoming video. But today's video is more a reflection of just the whole year and how I want to kick off 2023. So if I'm up for a bit of chit chat, grab your cup of coffee. I've already got mine and a cookie. I've also got a cookie right here, and let's get into this. Right, you know what, I need to put some moisturizer, so once that moisturizer sinks into my skin, I'm gonna open this up and show you what's inside. I actually purchased a packet from Sydney Grace. Is that the brand? Sydney Grace? Yeah, Sydney Grace. It's from the United States. And I heard about this brand several times on makeup YouTubers, especially Mel Thompson. She is a pretty big makeup YouTuber, and I've watched her for a long time. She's really gorgeous. She has a lot of tattoos. Sadly, she passed away a year ago, and because she spoke about Sydney Grace a lot, they loved her makeup. She loved their eyeshadows. They actually came up with a set of eyeshadows that she kind of curated because she was waiting for Natasha Denona to come up with a green palette, and she was like, oh, you're never coming out with green palette. So she curated, she made this palette using Sydney Grace's eyeshadows, and it was so beautiful. So in memory of her, after a year they came out with the same palette, and I believe the proceeds will go to the family. She left behind a husband and her children, so it's really, really sad. So anyway, I decided to pick this up because I was considering getting the Natasha Denona retro glam palette, the green palette that was coming up. I actually saw it in store, and truth be told, I wasn't absolutely wowed by it. I was thinking, you know, it's okay, but maybe I would use only some of the colors. And while I was doing my research, a lot of people were comparing it to Mel's palette because they were thinking, oh, finally Natasha's doing it, and oh wait, maybe she took inspiration and Mel did it so much better. And then when I checked out the site, they released it again, and here they are. Ooh, what's this? Oh, there's a makeup. Oh, that's beautiful. There's a pretty makeup pouch. Oh, that's such a pretty violet. Wow. Okay, so 2 makeup containers. OMG, look at that. Wow. Okay. Wow, these eyeshadows are gorgeous. Every time I was sticking out one and I was sticking it in this palette, I was like, whoa. The shimmers are incredible. I don't have the right palette to, you know, put them in. I actually used some double-sided tape and stuck them on this old MAC palette. Not the right thing to do if you're traveling, it'll probably pop out. And I actually got 2 additional eyeshadows. So everything on this side, except for the last 2 here, they are from Mel's, in the memory of Mel. I'll link it down below. But then in the box, I received 2 extra ones. So I received My Constellation and Celebrate, some extra 2 eyeshadows. I don't know why, maybe they were accidentally put inside. But thank you, Sydney Grace, for the additional eyeshadows. But yeah, so I am just going to do a very simple look, get ready, because that's not the full intention of this video. But if you want me to do like a dedicated video on this and do some looks, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll happily do it for you. But today we're just going to have a chat about this year. You know, the beginning of this year was still, you know, kind of like the peak of the pandemic. It wasn't, you know, fully gone yet. People were still getting vaccinations. Was I quarantined in the beginning of this year? I think I was I? I can't recall right now. Like, it seems so long ago when I did my last quarantine. I can't even tell if it was in the beginning of 2021. Like in 2020, I know I did a few. Then I didn't go back. Oh yeah, I did. I think I went through a little mini quarantine in the beginning of this year. But anyway, I feel like this year has been really long. I can't put a finger if it's like long from work. It just feels really long and draggy. I feel really tired this year. The highlight of my entire year, of course, you know, when it comes to luxury, I'm so blessed that I got some of my luxury bags. Yes. But that aside, you know, those are the superficial pick-me-ups. The best thing that happened this year was my trip to the States to visit my brother. That was a much-needed break, and it's, I don't know, it's like a reset of the year. I was looking forward to it, but it caused me a lot of stress because the lockdowns were still happening and for certain countries, and, you know, still doing PCR tests, and then if you get a COVID testing, it was a lot of things happening that time that prepping for that trip was so stressful for me. I was not sure if we could go, and then I got COVID, and you know, they were saying that if you got COVID, you still tested positive, they might not let you transit. It was definitely quite an adventure. But once I got to the States, it was very relaxing. Spent most of the time at my brother's place and just relaxed. So, you know, if any of you are feeling that this year is really down, it's really long, you know, it's just day after day after day, I think it's so important that you do something that you used to do, like travel or maybe go out, go party, do something to reset, go for a short staycation, do that thing that you used to love. Because going to visit my family and seeing the whole family and playing with the dog and everything was good. It was a really good mental reset, and I really enjoyed it. I came back home somewhat refreshed and happy. Like, I haven't felt happy playing with a dog. I haven't felt happy, like really content and happy for a while. It was really nice to see everyone. And I can't wait to go for another holiday. Having said that, it was really expensive. So one thing that happened this year is, wow, I hardly saved any money. Like seriously, next year, I gotta do better. Next year, I have to be better at saving money, because I guess, you know, there's some of us in the pandemic, you saved lots of money because you just didn't spend, you didn't go out. Good on you. I was the total opposite. I went all out. YOLO my life. So right now, I gotta kind of like, you know, pull back the reins a little bit and say, okay, be good, cat, behave yourself. You gotta pop up that piggy bank. And, you know, I'm always truthful on this channel. The Hermes journey this year has been very expensive. I definitely said I want to buy the bag, and I'm going for it. And I bought more things because I actually ended up really liking the brand, which is a double whammy, because first you're strategic, and then at the same time you're like, oh man, I really like this. It becomes a bit convoluted of what are you buying anymore. So yeah, I definitely went overboard and kinda didn't really save money this year. So that is a big reflection for me. I definitely need to slap this naughty cat and restart 2023. Now, if any of you are going to ask me if I'm going to do a low buy, no buy year next year, the answer is no, because I've done it before. I've done it before the pandemic, and can I just say this eyeshadow is really nice. I did it before the pandemic, and you know, I tried it out. It's not for me. I know myself, I would jump back into it and be all crazy and just not, yeah, it just won't work. So I'm not into the whole no buy, low buy, but I am going to be more, I'm going to be more careful. And I think I have a little bit, I shouldn't say this on my luxury channel, but I have a little bit of luxury fatigue. If you want me to do a Luxe Chit Chat on this luxury fatigue feeling, my own personal feeling, comment down below. We can also do that a little bit. It's like I feel like I'm still loving my luxury when I actually do. When I look at my bags, I'm like, oh my god, my bags. But at the same time, I feel really fatigued by it as well. And this has happened to me before, when one time there was just too many launches and it was just on and on and on and on, that I felt a bit overwhelmed. But this time it's not about overwhelmed, it's a bit, I feel a bit fatigue. Maybe it's the whole 2-3 years of chasing luxury, especially Hermes, and kind of feel tired a little bit. But anyway, that's for another video if you want me to talk about it. So next year, because I need to save money and because I want to do better, that's enough. I really like this eyeshadow. So because I feel like I have luxury fatigue, I think I would naturally want to save money already, or it'll just happen naturally because I'm not as interested in every single thing that luxury brands want to launch. You know, in the beginning of the year, or at least at the end of each year, I usually feel a little bit more hopeful of my inspirations. Let me know if any of you are the same as well, like you feel like, oh, I'm gonna do better, I'm gonna be better. and then towards the end of the, like mid or towards the end of the year, it's always like, man, I didn't really do that well. I'm kind of hoping that maybe next year will be a little different, and or at least I'm gonna set little goals for myself and try to be better. If there are any tips that you have, please let us all know. How do you successfully hit your goals, or your what do you call those, you know, beginning of the year, your, not reflections, I can't find the word right now. If I find it, I'll just put it here. Yeah, but what is those things, you know, your intention, setting it for the year. If you have been successful at saying, okay, this is what I want to do this year, and you achieve it, what are the tips? Maybe you're just a natural go-getter kind of person. I used to be, and then now I'm just like, whatever, you know, YOLO, you live your life. The final reflection that I have, and I don't know if this is positive or negative, but this is something that I discovered about myself this year. Again, if any of you have gone through this, please let me know as well. Most of my life, I have been very tolerant of other people. And most of the time, I'm pretty, you know, patient and kind, and I would listen, and I would, you know, be nice. But in this past year, I have totally become this, it's not impatient, but it's a little bit like, I don't want to take your crap, okay? I don't have time. I'm dying every day. I'm never nasty. Like, I will not say it outright to a person's face, like, I want to take your crap, I wouldn't. But in my heart, I can feel it. So if in my outside face, it'll be like, okay, but why is it like that? But inside, it's like, I don't care. It's like, I can feel this lion boiling in my heart, like practically want to burst out. But because I have 40 years of holding back, the outside layer is still saying like, okay, Kat, let's reason them out. Okay, let's, but inside, I'm boiling, like I'm boiling. So one reflection that I have less patience for people who give me crap and are not considerate. So I expect more from a lot of people nowadays. For example, if I see a stranger throw something on the floor, in the past I'll be like, I will go there and I'll pick it up and I'll just throw it up like, oh man, it could have done better. But I would personally put myself in that position and I'll do it because I said, you know what, I'll just do it. But now, if I see that stranger like throw a piece of rubbish on the floor, I'll be like, bro, pick that up, okay, that's not right. I would actually come out of my shell and just say, come on, people, be better. So, I don't know. That's something that I realized about myself this year, and I don't know if it's pandemic related. I have no patience. But I don't explode. I'm just saying that it's this little bit of coming out from a shell. You know, I feel like just maybe there is. Anyway, I'll never turn violent. That's never in my nature, okay? Never. You'll never see me screaming at people. I won't be that kind of people. But I would say it out. I would actually voice my opinion nowadays. Yeah, it's a very interesting discovery. This eyeshadow needs a pretty bright blush. Anyway, this is the finished look with the Sydney Grace eyeshadow palette and just a little chit chat on the reflections. If you enjoyed today's little chit chat, I know it's a little rambly all over the place. Even that, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It'll definitely help me with my channel. And remember, if you want me to do more videos on this palette because it's really gorgeous, comment down below as well. Otherwise, everyone, please take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!